Hello again. I am Bane and I am on another adventure. Today I am on the Little Miami Scenic Trail. I am riding from Springfield, Ohio down to Cincinnati. It's about 80 miles. And then I'll be biking back probably tomorrow. It is Saturday. On Monday, there's a solar eclipse, and my intention is to bike up to Bellefontaine, Ohio, which is near the epicenter, and then try to catch that on the bike. It is cold. I forgot my leggings at home. I'm camping this weekend, so I have my tent with me. There was tornadoes that passed by a couple of days ago, and there's flooding. So I don't know if the trail's flooded or not, and I don't really know what I'm getting into. I just thought it was a good idea. So follow along. Let's see what we can find. The little welcome center was layered with porta potties, so I couldn't get a lot of views of it unless you want to see porta potties. They must be having a race out here today. I'll end up hitting someone. About 19 miles in and rolling into Xenia. I don't know how you pronounce it. I guess I don't know how to pronounce half of these towns. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself, which is where I get a lot of my ideas about where to go and how to film stuff. My son tells me I need to keep my videos around 10 minutes long, but some of the stuff I watch is well over an hour. So if you watch this stuff, what do you prefer? Do you prefer shorter videos or longer videos? Like if it's a short bike ride, then it doesn't need to be very long. If I'm doing multiple days biking, which I'm doing today or this weekend, would you rather have a separate shorter video for every day, or would you rather me put all the videos together in a longer video? Feedback would be cool. And for those watching, that's a donut store. What kind of donut store is not open at noon on a Saturday? Anyways, for those watching, thank you, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, you should. It'll help feed my ego. Let's see if I can make it across the street. Success! As you leave an Xenia, the trail merges with the Ohio to Erie Trail. The Ohio to Erie Trail is a section of trails, or a group of trails, that runs from Cincinnati to Cleveland. Last year I biked it, but I biked up to the trail in Cleveland and then rode the path down. So I had gone over 400 miles by the time I started. And I was pretty wore out by the time I had started the path. And I didn't video a lot. I don't know if I'll get to it this year, but I'm thinking I'll probably bike it again. On we go. I'm about 42 miles in. Just stopped and had lunch. The Riverside Bar and Grill, I believe it's called. Cheeseburger and fries, not bad. Getting late in the day, it's almost 3 o'clock. I still have 30 or 40 miles to go to get to the end of the trail. And then I gotta find a place to camp. I never realized how much I poke around, stopping the video and whatnot. Just ran past a couple of cyclists, or I think they said that the group was the Hills Angels, Hills, H-I-L-L-S, and invited me to Ragbri. I think that's what it was. It's a group event. I've heard of it, but I haven't done any group events. Might be fun. Anyways, if you're still watching, like and subscribe. And on we go. I just passed through Loveland, the sweetheart of Ohio. I didn't get any footage other than rolling through. The bridge is out that you normally cross, so I had to go into town, and it was quite busy, so I just got through it. I have no idea where I'm camping at, and it is 5:37, sunset at 8 o'clock. So I got a couple hours left. So I should make it to the south end. Hopefully find a decent place to set up camp. You know, stealthy. The trail runs across the river from Milford. I think it's I think it's Milford. I was told there's a city park in Milford where I can camp by another cyclist. I'm about 8 miles from the southern terminus. So my plan is to get to the southern terminus and then turn around and head back to Milford tonight. Try to set up camp at the local park. Well, I am 82 miles in, and I am assuming I'm at the southern terminus of the Little Miami Scenic Trail. From here it turns into the Lunken Trail and goes around the airport. And then the Ohio to Erie Trail continues on off the Lunken Trail down to the riverfront in Cincinnati, which is close. So I am 8.2 miles from Milford and headed back. Now, the trail a half a mile ago was flooded twice, and I had to hit the highway or the road to get around it. I thought about stopping there, but since I was only a half a mile away, I figured just hit the road. So I am going to head back, and I'll catch you at camp. I got to remember to look at the camera and not my lens. The camera, not my screen. I bet I look stupid the entire time, because I bet the camera can tell that I'm looking down. And on we go. Oh yeah, if you're still watching, like and subscribe. Like 80% of the people that watches my stuff aren't subscribed. YouTube is telling on everybody. Feed my ego. Like and subscribe. Good morning. It is day 2. I am on the Little Miami Scenic Trail, headed back north. I had a rough night and a rough start this morning. It's cold and I forgot my leggings, so I'm just in shorts. It's like 32 degrees. Yesterday I started in Springfield. I made it down to Cincinnati, or to the trailhead, and then headed back north. And I stopped in Milford. I had a local tell me that the Milford City Park was okay to camp. So my goal was to get back up to Milford and then camp at the city park. Well, I called for a permit, and the sergeant on duty said that they don't give out permits this time of year. I don't know why. Maybe the bathrooms are closed for winter. But I showed up right at dark. Now, luckily for me, there was a American Legion right next door that had some camping area, so I talked to them and they gave me permission to camp. So I didn't stealth camp last night. I had permission to camp where I was at. If that didn't work, I was just going to bike back up to the trail and camp along the side of the trail. There's a lot of spots in this area I could have camped at. We call that stealth camping. And here's the secret. If you practice leave no trace, and they don't know you was ever there, it won't cause any problems. And that should be how you do everything. If you camp somewhere, nobody should ever know you was there. You should clean up your mess, take your trash with you or throw it away. So I brought my 50-degree quilt, and it got down to at least 32 degrees. And I was okay until about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then it was pretty cold. To be honest, I don't sleep well in the tent anyways. So I woke up, got packed up. There was ice on my tent. So sometime today I'm gonna have to unpack the tent and dry it out. The sun's out and the sun's warm. It's supposed to be warmer today. Hopefully it is 65 or something. Anyways, follow along. It is looking like it's going to be a nice day. It was 32 degrees this morning when I woke up with ice on my bike and my tent. Sun's out, it's pretty warm. I bounced off the trail in Loveland and went across the river to check out some historic stuff. Back on the trail in Foster. Checked out the oldest cabin in the area, built in 1797. An old historic castle. I don't have any info on it currently. And I think, my memory sucks. I just looked at this, but I think Jeremiah Morrow's barn from like 1800, who was, I believe, Ohio's first senator and served in public office in the Senate and Congress as governor for like 45 years. Shout out to Brian from Ride Along Adventures for being able to remember all the historic stuff that he throws out. I just looked at it and I can't remember. Anyways, I'm about 15 miles in today. Kind of, I don't want to say taking my time, but taking my time. I'm pretty new to cycling, to be honest, and I'm still trying to manage getting miles in and seeing things that I want to see. I love the historical stuff, but I'm doing this stuff on weekends, so I'm short on time. I'm planning 220 miles in basically 3 days, with the goal being somewhere around Bellefontaine, Ohio for the solar eclipse on Monday. And then biking back to Springfield, which is where I parked, being back to work on Tuesday. So it's probably going to be a long day. I'm going to spend more time checking stuff out today. And since I biked through here yesterday, if I get to camp after dark, then I get to camp after dark. I don't know where camp's at tonight either. Just making this up as I go. If you're still following, like and subscribe. Feed my ego. I stole that. Feed it. And on we go. I just stopped in Morrow to grab some lunch and dry out my gear. It was really good. Had a good root beer, good burger. They got tots. She says she plans on opening a bed and breakfast, and I may have convinced her to let cyclists camp in the yard. We'll see the next time I come through. I forgot to mention earlier today, I stopped and got a hot dog from the Monkey Bar and Grill. It was really too early for lunch, but I've had too much caffeine and my tum-tum didn't feel good. Also, learning as I go, I have my jacket and clothes in my left bag and my tent and camping stuff in my right bag. Well, I don't need to access the tent and stuff during the day generally. And earlier when I got hot and I was putting my coat up on the side of the road, I realized accessing the bag on the left, I was closer to the road. So if I switched it around and put the tent on the left and my jacket on the right, it'll be easier to access. Still pretty new to this. Like and subscribe and follow along. So normally these covered bridges was built out of wood, and that's why they're enclosed, was to protect the wood so they last longer. But this bridge was built in 1982, so I'm not really sure why it's covered. It looks cool, but it's not built out of wood. I mean, other than the cover. Got about 5 miles before the Little Miami Trail splits off from the Ohio to Erie Trail and heads back up to Springfield. It's a little after 5. I've goofed off quite a bit today, taking my time. I don't want to stop in Springfield. I've got enough warning about Springfield that I don't want to try to camp in Springfield. So I think my goal is to go to Yellow Springs, which is probably 10 miles south of Springfield. It is a trail town. It looks like it's quite happening. I'm told I could probably camp in town. I'm told I can probably do whatever I want. I feel lied to. Both of these wooden bridges, these covered bridges, they're like new. I've been cheated. Playing with this new camera. Hope the audio is better. This has a little mic, a DJI mic with I don't know what they call them, cattails for the wind noise. I don't like wind noise either, and some of y'all have complained about it. I get it. One thing at a time. But since I fixed it, hopefully you should like and subscribe. Good morning. It is day 3 of my bike trip of the Little Miami Scenic River Trail. I stealth camped last night over in that field over there, back behind some lumber mill. Remember, folks, leave no trace. If they don't know you was ever there, you wasn't there. I ran out of options, so I was going to stay in Springfield, but then found out you can't stay in Springfield. To be honest, it kind of looked sketchy. Springfield looks like an awesome place to visit on foot, where you don't have to worry about stuff going missing. It seems like a real happening place. Like a artsy place. And everybody seemed high. Like literally everybody there was high. And it was busy. I didn't get any footage of Springfield. It's a big place. You can kind of check it out. It's busy. So I just went through and split. I got some water and I left. So I discovered an issue yesterday when I got to camp, or where I was looking for a place to camp. I wear clipless pedals, clipless shoes, and one of the bolts or the screws that hold the clip to the shoe had came out. So whenever I would twist my ankle to get my shoe off, the shoe would just spin. So I had to take my shoe off and then figure out how to get the shoe off the pedal. I've been contemplating getting rid of these clipless shoes. Because to be honest, I've fallen over a couple of times because I couldn't get unclipped. So I've been thinking about just getting flats and wearing regular shoes. What's everybody's opinions on clipless shoes and pedals to wear? I also discovered that somehow my Crocs fell off the back of my bicycle, so I lost my Crocs. And I crashed my drone yesterday. It was still a fun day. Like, I had a lot of fun, but I had some issues. I was able to work around the issues, so it was good. I'm about 6 miles south of Springfield today. I guess I need to be wherever I want to be at today for the solar eclipse. I need to be there by 2. And it's early. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. So I'm headed to Springfield, which is where I parked. I parked in a parking garage that the locals told me was safe. I'm going to go ahead to the parking garage and I'm going to drop off my bags because I'm not going to need them today. So I'm going to drop my bags off at my car. And then I'm going to bike around Springfield to check out some stuff I want to see. I'll bike around Springfield a little bit this morning. Check out some historical stuff. And I'm not sure. So I'm gonna, I think, bike head north of Springfield, but there's also some lake with a beach that's 6 miles sort of east of Springfield. And I thought if I was gonna sit around waiting, maybe that would be a cool spot to sit around and wait. I don't wanna be in town. Anyways, like and subscribe, follow along, and on we go. Made it back up to Springfield. I dropped my bike bags off in the car, and now I'm just kind of poking around to see what I can find, checking out some of the historical stuff in the area. Pretty big. There's a lot of stuff to see here. Anyways, if you're watching, I appreciate it. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you haven't. YouTube tells me that like 80% of people that watch aren't subscribed. Don't you guys like me? Come on. I'm on the Buck Creek Trail, heading up Buck Creek to some lake that's not called Buck Lake. And that's where I'm going to try to catch the solar eclipse. I'm at the Buck Creek. I am at the Buck Creek State Park. The solar eclipse is going on. It's about a third covered now, maybe 25%. I got my phones set up over here, but I don't know that it's really going to catch much. I can see it with the glasses. It's really cool. I have a little lens over my camera, and it's actually picking it up. I say camera. I got a lens over my iPhone, and I'm picking it up. It obviously ain't all crystal clear like a hot dollar camera, but still pretty cool. Well, that is it for this adventure. Alright, so today was a lot of fun. I had a blast. I'm really tired, but I had a blast. I got to see the solar eclipse. It was a total solar eclipse, and it was amazing. I don't have the video equipment. I don't have quality stuff in order to get photographs or video of the solar eclipse. But if you haven't seen one and you get the opportunity, you definitely should go out of your way to go check it out. I was supposed to be in West Virginia this weekend. I had planned on biking the New River State Trail this weekend and decided to come check out the eclipse instead. And I'll be honest, I didn't really know what I was getting into, but it was awesome, and I'm totally glad that I did. I got probably just under 200 miles for the trip, which is pretty good for the weekend. And I pushed a little bit the first day, but I got quite a bit of video still, so I didn't skip out. And all my miles was the first 2 days. Today it was only like 30 some miles. So easy day today. But it's not bad, because I did a lot of setting around. So I could have easily pushed 60 miles today and still got the same video that I got. Anyways, new camera worked really well. The batteries go pretty quick, but they're able to charge pretty quick as well. The mic that I'm using that came with it is still, I think, 60%. So the mic lasted the entire trip. I didn't need to charge it at all. I used my phone a little bit, but not much. I hope this video on here turns out and I didn't just waste all of my recording time. Anyways, that's it for blabbing. If you are still watching, I don't know why you wouldn't like and subscribe. Well, until next time, follow along. This is quality content.